Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to look at the M4Y, basically the Mivy or the Miffy. It is an American Tier 8 heavy tank. Now, the reason I'm doing this video is basically I got this tank for absolutely nothing. So what I actually had to do with this tank is, if you've seen my Chimera video, which I also got for free, I basically swapped it out. So Wargaming have released these containers, basically the massive lucky containers. And I thought, you know what, I don't really like the Chimera too much, and if I sell the Chimera and a few of the other tanks that I've got, then I'll have enough gold to be able to get a one of them containers, which is guaranteed a tier 8 tank. So, you know, and I thought, you know what, it's going to be better than the Chimera. It might be a very, very good tank, but unfortunately, it was this tank right here. Now, this tank is probably one of the most popular tanks to win in a crate. You're forever winning them, whether it'll be a snow globe or, you know, you're forever winning the M4Y. So we're going to take a look at the tank and we're going to get into a game. So straight off the bat, it has the emergency track. So basically, you are able to keep moving backwards at 7 kilometers an hour, even if the main track is destroyed. Now, on a corner, on a ridge, or anything like that, that is absolutely perfect, and it really does help. Now, when it comes to the armor profile, the turret is 267 millimeters, so very, very strong turret. However, it does have a hatch on the top, but that is easily pennable, and the hull is 158. So armor profile wise is actually okay. DPM 2156, which again I don't think is too bad for a tier 8 autoloader with 4 shells. The same as the magazine reload, 13.5 seconds for a whole magazine reload with 4 shells. I do not think that is too bad. Now, again, you do have 4 shells, but you've got 7 seconds reload in between each shot. So it's not like you've got a 4-shot autoloader every couple of seconds. It is literally 7 seconds, and you take a shot, 7 seconds, take a shot, 7 seconds, take a shot, and then at the end of it, you've got a 14-second, almost a 14-second reload to reload all 4 shells. Your penetration is 235 on your AP, 278 on your APCR, and 57 on your HE. You've got a 310 alpha gun, 260 on your APCR, 420 on your HE. Aim time is 3.4, so not the best, the same as the gun dispersion at 0.362, and you have 8 degrees of gun depression, which again isn't too bad, it's quite nice, with a top speed of 40 kilometers per hour. Now, when you play this right, when you're up against the right enemy, you can actually get quite a few bounces. Now, unfortunately, this game here, I'm just going to fast forward it just a little bit, because I just wanted to show you really more the armor profile and how it can work. So unfortunately, I was actually doing a really, really good job. Then my manager's manager started to ring me, and because it was my manager's manager, I kind of had to answer it. But even just this bit, you can see, yes, we've lost a lot of hit points, but we're also bouncing a lot of shots. And I know it's the AT8 over there, sorry, the AT7 is, you know, it's not the best at penetrating, but I thought we've done a pretty good job at bouncing, and that is what your armor profile can actually do. And we're still going even now against that Tiger 2. So the armor profile can actually work, and this is where I answer the call. 1800 block damage, and I think if my manager's manager wouldn't have called me, I would have done a lot more damage and probably blocked a lot more damage as well. So that was that battle there. And then I'll get into this game, which is actually very, very frustrating for me, because, you know, you get them games where you know you've done a good job. You know you've done a good job, but you're not rewarded at the end with a golden mastery badge. And that is exactly what happens in this game. Now, I know I'm on a new account. I don't think I'm up against bots as such, but I am up against a lot of newer players. So, you know, I do totally get that. But I still feel I'd done a good enough job, apart from that shot there, which was absolutely amazing. I feel that shot there may have even got me a mastery. Well, no, actually it wouldn't have. So we're going to move on. And now I'm looking to my left, I'm looking to my right, and I'm thinking, right, you know what, there's two heavies. Now I know that both heavies now are over there with a tank destroyer. So I'm going to push this right side. You can see me looking around. I've got the Dracula there. These guys, considering they're mediums, they're not pushing. I know they're not the greatest of tanks. When they're sat pretty much where they are sat, I know they're not the greatest of players. So I'm actually quite comfortable sitting behind this hill, just releasing my alpha into them. And you can see there, we do manage to get a bounce straight off the bat. So we're going to take the shot against the T-34-2. That's twice now we've damaged these Amarak, but sadly we haven't managed to capitalize on that and Amarak him. But at the minute, we are 2 tanks down. The enemy are 1 tank down. So I need to keep my hit points for as long as possible. Now I go around the corner because I know these guys are looking at the Dracula. They're not looking at me, which allows me to get a few shots. But now it is a 4 versus 6, 4 versus 5. There is still a lot of work to do. So now I really want to take care of this ISU 152 because we know how dangerous an ISU can actually be. So I've got 1 shell left. Maybe I'll high roll, maybe I won't. Unfortunately I don't, which now leaves him a 1 shot. Now the best thing, again, as I've said about the reload, you haven't got to wait 20 or 30 seconds for a magazine reload. Like, it's literally 13 or almost 14 seconds. So it's not long at all. So now it's a 3 versus 5. I need at this point to keep my hit points as long as possible. Now I'm getting shot from behind. I have to push forward to this T-34-2, who is a 1 shot, and at least I will then bring it down to a 3 versus 3. So that is 3 kills, 3,000 damage. I have only blocked the 190 damage at the moment, but looking around, the T-34 full hit points, this guy the Emil half-ish hit points. We're in a much better place now than we was 2 minutes ago. So right now, I don't really want to go for that IS. I want to clear this J Panther, get 1 shot on him, and then I can focus the rest of my 3 shots against this IS-2 shielded, because my guys should be able to deal with the J Panther, which is exactly what they have done. So 1 shot, 2 shots into him, 1 more shot left, and I know with the T-34 coming behind, that's pretty much going to be my last shot into that guy. So you know, we've done a pretty good job. I've managed to bounce a few shots from him as well. 990 blocked damage. So we're on 4,200, and now the T-34 is of course going to deal. So, you know, I thought that was a pretty good fight. You know, 4,200 damage in a tank that's not the best. It's okay in the right situation. You know, I thought I'd done a good enough job, but when it only flashed up 1,000, sorry, the number 1 and not the golden mastery, I was very, very disappointed, especially in the end. It was 1,390 block damage, not the 900, 4,200, and I managed to damage 6 tanks, so I shot almost everybody on the field, and I destroyed 3 tanks. Maybe if I would have killed that guy at the end with the 4th kill, it would have pushed it over the line. But you know, that game there did show the plus side of the Miffy, the stuff that you can do. But realistically, you're not going to be able to do that every game. As I've said, you do have a very strong turret. It does have a big weak point on the top of it. But you know, I don't think the tank is amazing. Yes, it's got a very nice turret apart from the hatch, but I would prefer a different tier 8. But you know what? At the end of the day, I probably prefer this over the Chimera. So I'll take it. I will definitely take it. Is it a tank I'm going to play? Probably not. It's probably going to stay in my garage until I can maybe swap it out again for maybe another tier 8 tank. So let me know what you think of the M4Y. Again, I can't moan too much as it was absolutely free. Hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm meadsy69, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye-bye.